Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. This is exclusively Van Halen, The Van Halen Show on YouTube. We're also live on X, and we're also live on my personal Facebook page. If you like your Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. We talk all things Van Halen. We got some awesome Van Halen news coming up for you guys, so make sure to keep it here, as Michael Anthony says. So let's do a show. It's Saturday. Here we go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Thank you, Michael Anthony. Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. This is exclusively Van Halen, The Van Halen Show on YouTube. But we're also on X, and we're actually everywhere, you guys. Exclamation point S in the chat, please, somebody. They'll give you the Nightbot commands to all the different social media links where you can follow us and join us all over the internet. Hey, you guys, we got some awesome Van Halen news for you guys. But first of all, we got to do this. We got to say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the Johnny Bean YouTube station. Channel membership is a great way to help support the channel and support these shows. And the top tier are the executive producers. And they are currently CC, Bay Area Rich, Majestic, PB, and J Cat. Let's see. Who else? Who else is here? Michael B, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, Warlag, Arhabs, Flipper Carlin, Woody B. Real, and Janice Lala, the intern. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support for this channel and these shows. And hey, we got some people watching us live here. Let's say hello to you guys. There you are, Janice, over on Facebook. Good to see you. How's the audio, Janice? Let me know in the comments that the audio is good, that the video is good. Because when you're doing a live show, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Like, it's telling me my laptop is actually crashing on me right now, and we need this. That's how it is. Janice is here. Scott is here, channel member. Rock Daddy is here. Janice says the audio is really good. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Bay Area Rich, channel member. There you are, man. Thank you so much for your support, dude. MPN 5150 is here. Happy Straturday. That's right, it's Straturday, you guys. Burnt Relic is here. Thank you again for the awesome, one-of-a-kind Edward Van Halen art right there that you did. Right there, Burnt Relic. Thank you again. Music Therapy Lads, channel member. Hey now. What's up, dude? All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Hey, and also Igor is here. There you are. Hey, Johnny. Hey. All right, let's do this, you guys. Let's go over to Van Halen News Desk. Alex Van Halen says there was probably 3 or 4 records worth of music in the vault. Dudes, that's incredible news. That is incredible. Let's check this out, you guys. Okay, here we go. That's an awesome photo right there. I wonder who took that photo of Van Halen back in 1979.
Hey folks, Niels Lozauer here. Check out my good friend Johnny Bean TV.
Awesome, thank you so much.
But let me do one more. Where is it?
We're good Facebook friends.
Okay, wait, where is it though? At Johnny Bean TV.
It's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It's
okay, let's do one more.
It's everywhere.
Hey folks, Niels Lozauer here. Check out Johnny Bean TV on Facebook, and YouTube. You'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Neil Slozauer. He really did take the best photos, you guys. Okay, just how much music lies within the 5150 vault? Probably enough to fill 3 or 4 records worth of music, according to Alex Van Halen. Let's see. We're gonna try to scroll here. My laptop keeps saying that it wants to crash on us. So, okay. Alex addressed. Here we go. The possibility of future unreleased Van Halen material with Chris Jericho during an appearance on Talk Is Jericho. Below is an excerpt from that segment. What do you want to do now with... Here, let's start again. My laptop is crashing me. I keep getting all these warnings on my laptop saying that page unresponsive. I keep having to press wait. Please, come on. Okay, all right, here we go. What do you want to do now with kind of the legacy of Van Halen? Obviously, you're the quarterback, and this book is, I'm hoping, one of many future projects. I've talked about it loosely, and I'm rather superstitious, but I can say a couple things I've mentioned before. We're going to go through the quote-unquote vault and go through some of the musical ideas that were there. On the one end of the spectrum is the fact that licks don't make a song, okay? On the other end of the spectrum, some of those licks are unbelievably powerful. It's too bad that they ended up in the back of the vault rather than being records. Now that this is Alex Van Halen. There are so many different variables in the band like ours that it's not. We don't just walk in the studio and plan and say, let's make a record. Although we have done that to some degree, but it's not a mechanical process for us, you know. We go in and we play and see what happens. We listen to it, invite a couple of people, and then see what happens with that. And then you listen and you evaluate. If the next day when you come in and you listen to it, if it doesn't kick you in the face like it did the first time, then maybe you should move on to something else. Don't hold on to an idea just because it's there. It doesn't. No, that's not how we did it. So you guys, Van Halen, when they would go into the studio, they would jam. You know, Edward would have a bunch of ideas and they would come up with stuff. They would record it. They would come back the next day, listen to it, and like what Alex is saying right here, if it didn't give them the same feeling as the day before, then they would move on to something else. And we've heard a lot of musicians, kind of say the same thing over the years about writing, material. So that's pretty interesting. Having said that, there were also a lot of bad ideas. He's laughing. There's always the risk. That's always the risk you run. But if you don't do that, it'll become inert. It's called inertia. Or whatever the entropy. Things will fall off and then you become less and less creative. That's true. That's true with any kind of entertainment, any kind of art, I guess. Let's see. And the other aspect of all of that is that you are an open marketplace where you are being judged. And if you don't do well in the marketplace, people are going to go, maybe it's time to do something else. And that is a real issue. But now that Ed's gone, none of those things are really valid. Because all I have and Wolf has is all the recordings in the vault. And they will stay there until we figure out how and why and what to do with them. And again, you have to remember it has to be on the level of where Ed and I were. What? Where Ed and I, where we used to play, we're not just going to shovel it in. We have access to some of the greatest musicians on the planet, and a lot of them are more than willing to take a chance on some of this stuff. That is pretty cool. Charles Kelly, I see you in the chat. Charles Kelly. Ian's Guitar Shack. There you are, man. Good to see you. Burnt Relic, thank you for the Nightbot commands. That'd be great. It's kind of what the Beatles did with the recent recordings of the stuff that they had of John Lennon's demos, etc. But you don't just have one or two demos. You've got many pieces of music that you could elaborate on. That's Talk Is Jericho. Alex says, oh yeah, probably 3 or 4 records, if not more. Jericho laughs. And then Alex continues on. No, I'm serious. There was some good stuff in there. And you have to remember when you're in the thick of it, sometimes the really great stuff kind of passes you by, and it's not until you revisit it going, whoa, I forgot about that. This kicks ass. But that takes time. And you want to do it right. I want to do it right. And you released the song Unfinished with the book Brothers, which is a great piece of music that you and Ed did. Did Ed play bass on that, or is there bass on it? I think Ed played bass on it, Alex says. It's a great piece of music. It really is. I don't use the word spiritual, but there is a connection with. Ed and I were very much a product of how our dad saw the world, you know. And one of his favorite pieces of music was a song called Unfinished. Actually, it wasn't until I'd done this that I went back and looked, and it turned out had a lot of the pieces that were unfinished. Laughs. That seemed to be one of his major traits. So we had this song that was not completely finished yet. It's one of the most memorable songs that was constantly playing in the house as a kid. Okay, so he's talking about the song where they took the title from. So I thought it was kind of a sign from some different dimension. Do this. And as you can tell, I go off on a tangent that may or may not even be real. But I believe that stuff, man. There are a lot of things in the world that we do not know, that there is no explanation for them. All you have to do is just sit down, slow down, and listen, which is easier said than done. And then he's laughing. And then Chris is Jericho. Talk is Jericho. I was going to say Chris is Jericho. Talk is Jericho says. And like you said, you've got all the music. We don't have to get into it. We know there's a lot of video that's never been seen before. So it seems like there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out with Van Halen in the future, which is kind of exciting. Which is very exciting. Yeah, I'll keep it going. And it'll also be a way for us to be somewhat in touch with Ed, so to speak. So we're looking forward to it. Very cool. Very cool, you guys. That is the Talk Is Jericho podcast, the mighty Alex Van Halen. I will give you guys a link to this so you can hear the whole thing. You can hear Alex talking. There we go. In the chat, that's the Apple Podcast version of the interview. So there There you go. There's that one. And then, very cool. So that's a new interview. That's Alex Van Halen from recently. Now, we'll go from that to an older interview. And this was by my cousin, Jas Obrecht. This was for Guitar Player magazine. Here, let's share the screen here. And thank you so much, Jas. Jas sent me a link to this. I think on Monday, so almost a week ago. So I got to hear this, earlier this week, and it is incredible stuff. Here, let's do this. By the way, you guys, smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe. Help us get to our next goal of 12,500 YouTube subscribers. We're almost there. There we go. So that's the issue. And actually, I have it right here. This is the issue. And this was a gift from my cousin, Jas Obrecht. Actually sent me a little note. Right there. This was back April 2023. Jas sent this over. We're cousins. So he's the writer of the article, the interviewer for this article. But he is now releasing audio from these interviews, and it's so awesome to be able to hear this stuff all these years later. After a lot of us read these magazines growing up, and it's just amazing to be able to hear this stuff now, audio wise. So he's releasing this stuff over on his YouTube channel, Eddie Van Halen, the complete 1980 interview, tape 6. Talking Guitar, Jas Obrecht's Music. I think he calls it Jas Obrecht's Music Magazine. Here's the description right there. If you haven't already heard them, I invite you to listen to tapes 1 through 5 of my day-long 1980 interview with Eddie Van Halen. In this final installment posted here, Eddie Van Halen pops in a cassette of Van Halen's as yet unreleased Women and Children First album. He cues up and discusses or dissects his favorite guitar parts and sonic innovations. I hope you enjoy this unique recording. It's an incredible piece, you guys. Basically, Eddie Van Halen brings in a cassette of Women, Children First, pushes play, plays bits and pieces of songs. You can hear Edward and Jas talk over the songs while they're being played. And something that I've noticed, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. Let me know if you guys notice. When hearing these tapes, I think some of the David Lee Roth vocals are actually, that we hear through this, are not on the finished recordings. I think they're like certain parts that were edited out when the albums came out, when the album was released. Listen to it. Let me know what you guys think. Because you hear Roth doing some screams and some ad-libs that I don't recall hearing on those songs. So listen to that. I will give you guys the link to that also. Right here. And also, if you could, when you jump over there, say Johnny Bean sent me. Okay? Here, I'll give you guys the link. I'll post it a few times here. There you go. Eddie Van Halen, the complete 1980 interview, tape 6. Click on that link, and again, drop your comments on that link saying Johnny Bean sent me. Okay? That would be awesome. I would appreciate it. I know my cousin Jas Obrecht appreciates that. So, there's the link. Click on that link. Listen to that. It's about 40. Well, the whole video here, it says it's about 50 minutes. So it's just under, 49 minutes of audio. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Hey, Johnny Bean, how are you? What's the latest on Van Halen? Brandon, you're just in time. My cousin, Jas Obrecht, who did this interview, just released some audio from this interview. And Edward plays parts of Women, Children First and talks over it and talks about the guitar parts, how he came up with stuff. And I'm thinking some of the raw vocals that you're hearing on this didn't make it onto the final record. That's what I'm thinking when I heard them. Check it out. Listen to it. Tell me what you guys think. Holly Lewis is saying, I finally got my brother's book about 3 days ago. Haven't unboxed it yet, but heard the audio book. Yeah, the audiobook is awesome. I love it. I've listened to the audiobook twice. I have the book. Thank you again, Bay Area Rich, for this one. He gave me the assigned first edition, which is very cool. This signed edition. There, focus. Look at that. That's very cool. Thank you again, Bay Area Rich, for this copy. I have this one, and then I also have the one I got when I was at the Culver City event, which, by the way, Live LA Talks finally released their official version of that video. I knew they would, too. I knew they would do that. So that is awesome. Nice. I want a physical copy of the old Guitar Player, Guitar World magazine, Eddie Van Halen covers. Yeah, man, this is cool stuff. My cousin is the one that did this interview, Jas Obrecht, and he sent this to me last year. Very cool. Comic book guy voice. Mint condition. Oh my God. I had all that stuff growing up. All those magazines. I still have tons of them. I probably still have them all, actually. So, very cool. All right. So again, click on this link. Drop a comment on that video. Drop comments on this video, please. But also drop comments on Jas Obrecht's video. Right there. And say Johnny Bean sent us. Thank you so much. Brandon is over on Facebook saying, have you seen the latest Ultimate Classic Rock magazine with Van Halen talking about 1984? I have not seen it yet. I've been waiting for my local Barnes & Noble to get a copy of that. I'll be passing through San Jose on Monday. So if it's in stock there, I'll be getting one. So that'll be cool. Looking forward to it. So I think for now, I think that's it. Couple things for you guys. Thank you so much. I know it's early. It's Saturday morning. I'm barely awake, so I apologize for my reading skills. But hey, if you don't do it, So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And I know it's Saturday. Normally we do a show called Saturday nights. I'm going to see my friend's band play in a little while, and I wasn't planning on doing a show tonight, but who knows? I don't know. I'll be doing a show for you guys tomorrow, and then I'm doing a review. I'm doing an unboxing review of this. Where is it? It's right here. Of this power supply. Right here by Van Gogh. I'm doing a review of this. So look for a video by this weekend, by tomorrow, with this power supply right here. By Van Gogh. There you go. All right. Hey, Holly Lewis. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. You guys know I love doing this stuff. Oh, and by the way, I was on 2 podcasts the past couple weeks. One of them's called The Bogus Otis Show, which is a Sammy Hagar themed podcast. Actually, let me go ahead and give you guys the link to that. If you guys want to listen. Bogus Otis Show. Here. Here we are, right here. Share. Copy link. Link copied. Okay. So this is me. Hey, Keith H. That's me on the Bogus Otis Show. Talking Sammy Hagar, talking Van Halen, you know, right there. So click on that link. And then also, I was on my friend George Cole's podcast. See if I can. Yeah, here it is. Here, right here. Share. Copy link. Okay. And this is me on another podcast. We actually did this yesterday. Right there. Johnny Bean, podcaster, YouTuber, and Twitch gamer. Right there. So I was on his show is called Hot Jazz. It's called the Hot Jazz Network Podcast with George Cole. And really quickly, George, longtime friend of mine out here in the Bay Area. He's a musician, guitarist, guitar teacher. He taught Billy Joe Armstrong how to play guitar. You guys know Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. He was his guitar teacher. So there you go. Always good to team up with other podcasters. Yeah, it's been great. So there's 2 podcasts that I did this week. Click on the links above and listen to those. What? Love Green Day? Yeah. My buddy George here, he's the one that sold Billy Joe Armstrong's mother that blue guitar with all the stickers on it. Like on the first Green Day record? Well, not the first, Dookie. Was it Dookie or the one after that? I don't know. Anyway, and Pat Paradise Rock Station likes this video. Thank you so much. Thank you for the like. All right. So there's 2 podcasts. Check those out. And I will see you guys on the next show right here on well, wait. I keep forgetting to do this. We got to say thank you to our channel members. I do these shows every day, but every time I do them, it's almost like, I've never done a show before. Thank you, channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. And watch another video. Watch a previous video. Watch the next video. Listen to a podcast. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next show. Right here on Johnny Bean TV. All right. Bye-bye.
I just want to be like, how old are you?
Hey, it's Lori Tucker and
Johnny Bean.
and we're here at the Forum and we're going to see
Sammy
Sammy
Hagar.
Hagar. And you're watching Johnny Bean TV. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Dweezil Zappa, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV. And then I'll give you mine, so come back around this way.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Mike. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm Johnny Bean. I met you last year. I talked to you on Google Plus.
Oh, I remember you. Yeah.
I look like,
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
He was at a Google Plus hangout.
I'm Johnny Bean.
Thank you so much for watching. Click on another video on the screen here on YouTube. Drop your comments below. And I will see you guys on the next show. Right here on Johnny Bean TV.